Welcome to another Black Business Month interview. I'm Benny Smith Jr. and we have some exciting entrepreneurs that we've been bringing to you. And quite honestly, I'm learning a lot about different people, businesses, and it's quite cool actually. So today I brought in somebody, you know, some of you probably know. I had to put on my YellowTape shirt today because I knew she was coming here. So without further ado, Miss Kersey Bass, how you doing today?
Great. How are you today?
I'm well. It's good to see you represent YellowTape as always. Yeah.
You got it going today.
Yeah. Well,
you got
thank
the shirt
you.
and the hat.
Shirt and the hat. Oh, let me turn my hat around.
You on fire today.
Man, I'm talking about yellow taped up. Okay. Yo, so tell us a little bit about your background, how you got started and everything.
YellowTape established in 2019. Back in December of 2018, I was working full-time working at Caterpillar. I was a full-time worker, second shift at Caterpillar, and I ended up getting suspended for the first time, 3-day suspension.
Ooh.
And
can you tell us what all you got suspended for, or you don't want to?
I forgot what I got.
Okay.
Probably my attitude or something. I don't know, or my attendance. I don't remember. But I got suspended, and that evening I went to Texas Roadhouse by myself, put my headphones in, and I YouTube how to start a clothing business.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, it was about like a 20-minute video. I'm like, ooh, I could do this. And I'm interested in fashion, and everybody wants to be their own boss. They just don't know how to go about it. So I'm like, let me brainstorm see what I can come up with. So that same night, I went home. It's still in my notes to this day. I came up with a business name, and it was between YellowTape and KersccAve. KersccAve is spelled KersccAve. And I'm like, what I'm gonna go with first? So the YellowTape stuck. YellowTape stuck with me. And then I'm like, okay, how I'm gonna style this? How I'm gonna alter this?
Mm-hmm.
What audience am I going with or whatnot?
Yeah.
So I went to sleep. Next day, woke up, started writing down my ideas, my plans, and then I dropped my line the second week of January in 2019.
Wow, and been going ever since.
And ever since, I haven't let up since then. And I did that, still working full time. I had got a new job. I had moved to Atlanta, moved back to Decatur, and then I decided that it was time. Even during the pandemic, I still kept going.
Yeah, because you started in 2019.
Yeah.
The pandemic happened in around 20,
in
right?
March 2020.
Yeah.
So I was still full-time essential worker. So I was still going to work every day. But my vendors, they had took a little pause, and
right, because it was hard to get product during that time.
Yeah, they took a little pause. So I took probably like a month or two break. That's not really that long, because the pandemic technically lasted 6 months, kind of like shutdown-ish.
Okay.
Like, pandemic lasted like 2 years heavily in a way.
See, I really don't know. I didn't really experience a pandemic like everybody else.
I was still full time.
Yeah, I was doing stuff. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, I took like a month or two break, but then I kept going, and then came, let's see, that was 2019, came December 2020, or holiday season 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I want to try something. I want to try, being at the mall. So I reached out to the mall manager. She gave me a deal to be out there holiday season, so from Black Friday to the end of Christmas, and that went really well for me.
From Black Friday to the end of Christmas.
Yep.
So you was out there for a month.
Yeah.
So during one of the busiest
time.
Yeah.
College kids.
So how was that for you?
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was different. Little kiosk, everybody see me. And people shop. People come to Hickory Point Mall. People have their different opinions on Hickory Point Mall.
But people still go out there.
And that time definitely proved to me like, oh, people come out here.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, and then now in January, it's time to start back working. I took a loss in January. My grandmother passed away. My sole provider, she passed away.
Wow.
So I dealt with that. I was dealing with like FMLA with work, and while I was away, they were trying to switch up my schedule. They were doing some pretty unethical things while I was away. So I was preparing to make my exit. I just didn't know how or what I was going to go about it. And like in my mind, I should go full time with my business. I should go full time. I started putting money away, and then came Easter weekend. Went to the casino. Won me some money.
All right.
Easter, won me some money. I'm like, well, I know what I'm about to do with this money.
God is good.
God is good. I went ahead and I invested it in my business. And not even 2 weeks later, I'm like, I went out to the mall. I was looking around, found me a space, the perfect space.
Wow.
Still to this day, I feel like it's the most perfect space in the mall. Signed my lease, and now we're here.
Wow. So you've been at the mall how long now?
I've been at the mall for 2 years.
2 years.
June 3rd. June 3rd was my opening date. June 5th.
Yeah.
Either June 3rd or June 5th was my opening date. And yes, I just came past my 2 years. I've been in business for 4 years.
Okay. You've been in business for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then now you're at the mall for 2 years. Have you had any challenges coming up? And actually, the decline of retail and malls, and people really don't. Now you mentioned people go to the mall, but on a regular, the malls are not like how they used to be, let's say 10 years ago or so. Have you had any challenges with you been out there for 2 years?
Being an entrepreneur as itself, not even me being in the mall though, entrepreneurship has its highs and its lows. Okay. Now, being at the mall, Forsyth / Decatur Mall is really the more so. Yeah, it goes back to what you were saying. Yes, sometimes business is really, is booming, and sometimes business is really slow. More so when events are going on. Decatur has a lot of events. It might not always be highlighted, but people are always doing something.
Always something going on.
Whether it's sports related, partying related, just birthdays. People come out and shop my business, shop my brand for a birthday gift. That's amazing feeling. Back to school. So you more so, I look at it like when it's slow, prepare for when it's busy. You never know when it's gonna be busy. Every day you just take it with a grain of salt. You just keep going basically. Sales wise, I'm doing great. I feel like for me I'm independently owned. It's just me. I do everything from the back end to the front end. Wow. I feel like I do a really great job.
You do. You've been out there 2 years.
I do. And when I started 2 years ago, in that first year, I still had someone doing my printing for me. And then after that first year, I started doing it myself. So I cut the middleman out. So that's more of a profit for my business. So I'm doing pretty good.
No, you definitely are doing pretty good to be in a place where it seemed like it's declining, right? Yes. But you're remaining successful in a place that's not, so kudos to you for keeping it going.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And so how do you feel about just entrepreneurship in general? What made you really want to just go out there on your own? Was it just because of Caterpillar, or you always had this thing in your mind, or just from that YouTube search?
More so just I have a strong work ethic. So I've been working since I was 16 years old. Fun fact, I used to work at Foot Locker. Okay. And now I worked 3 years at Foot Locker, and then now I have my own store in the same mall. And that's nuts.
That's
kind of every kid dreams. When you're in high school, you want to work at the mall.
You actually work at the mall. Yeah, that's dope.
I actually work at the mall.
Yeah.
But I've always had a strong work ethic, and I've been through, toxic work environments. I'm a pretty positive person. Your peers around you and your boss are supposed to be positive, so you can have a positive day. But it's not necessarily always like that. So I'm like, something got to give. Something got to give. And I came up with my clothing brand, and more so it just was a hobby. It wasn't about the money. It really wasn't. It was just I was doing something. I was trying something out, and you don't know till you try. And I'm like, okay, this is now becoming income for me. Okay, how do I make this income something permanent, something that lasts a long time? And then I just went full time with it. I just went full time. So
you do everything yourself, right?
I do everything myself. And that's sometimes tiring, you know, but it's rewarding.
Yeah.
You know, I don't answer to no one. Crazy, I complained about the long hour, 12-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts I was doing full time for other people, but now I still work just as hard. It might be broken up a little bit, but I still work just as hard. But it's for me.
Yeah.
Like, my name is on that paperwork.
Yeah.
My name is everywhere in black and white, and it's just a great feeling, and no one can take it away from me. You know, I'll be the one that has to stop my business. Can't nobody fire me. You know,
Yeah.
I do all the hiring. You know,
Everything.
I sign it off. You know, it's a really great feeling. And even if I do decide to have kids in the future, you know, it'd be great for my children. You know, to see a strong, independent black woman.
Yeah.
Just making a change. You know.
Right,
so.
and making her way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you even designed your logo?
Yes, I did.
That's
I designed
dope.
it. I did. I knew I wanted to go more so for like the urban look.
Okay.
You know. So yeah, I did. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how I designed.
No, I mean you definitely don't gotta tell me how. We can keep that. Yeah, we can keep all the top secret stuff.
It's a little top secret.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in that book right there.
Booklet over there.
If we get our hands on that book, we can make $1 million.
Everything with me, for the most part, I really can say is original. Now, you can't be inspired. Nothing is wrong with being inspired, you know.
Yeah.
Just sometimes, you know, give people their flowers. But we are, in so many words, we kind of put here to inspire people, to learn from people. You know what I'm saying? You inspired me. I hope I inspire you.
Definitely.
So
all the time.
It's about inspiring and also, too, about being original. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I came up with my own logo. Everything just really happened fast, and it fell in line perfect for me. Like I said, I put everything in play for the actual business within like a month, and I dropped within a month. Me opening a store happened basically within a month. I have an idea, and I take being an entrepreneur. It is about taking risks. It's a gamble.
Definitely.
Life is a gamble, but entrepreneurship is a gamble times 10.
It's a double gamble. Okay, you said times 10. Okay, you took it there.
If you're gonna win or you're gonna lose,
and you are a gambling woman too.
Yes,
so.
I am a gambling woman. You know, sometimes good, lucky.
You said you left the casino and won though. Yeah. Okay.
But
good
it
gambles.
is a gamble.
Good risk.
And it's just. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
You know, you working full time. Working full time for someone else is really not necessarily a gamble. You know, you signed and made a commitment. You know, you know what you're walking into every day for the most part.
Yeah,
you know your set hours. You know what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship, it's a gamble. You don't know what you're walking into.
You don't know.
You don't know. You could have something break down. My machines could break down. I'm coming out a lot of money. I can expect Saturday to do 1,000 in sales, and on Saturday I might only do 200 in sales. Now, what if I have a bill coming up in the next week, and I was expecting to use that money for that? So you just kind of always got to prepare for the worst and understand the risk that you're taking on. But that's the exciting one for me.
Yeah,
it gives me a rush and keeps me going.
Yeah.
So I enjoy entrepreneurship.
It's like a game.
It is. Life is a game. It's all about what you make it. Entrepreneur is the same thing as well. It's all about what you make it.
You know, one day I was driving down the street, couple different neighborhoods, I should say. It was probably about a month ago, back to school time. And I'm seeing a lot of people with YellowTape on, a lot of young kids with YellowTape. And it made me excited. I was like, oh, wow, I know her. Hey, I know her. Okay, that's dope. So it makes me proud to see that you actually have a line that, you know, people are supporting.
Yes.
The community, you know, is really behind you. How important is it to you to see people in your stuff?
Sometimes I don't live in the moment. I've just moved so fast, and I'm always just working.
Do you really see it?
Sometimes certain events, or me being here, it's highlighting. It makes me feel good. I'm seeing what's going on around me and stuff like that. But sometimes I don't get to take it in. But when I do, or at the end of the day, sometimes I'm like, wow. I'm really doing it. Like I'm really doing my big one, as they would say.
Yeah.
But no, that same feeling. This was earlier in the summer during what is it, summer school, called summer school. I seen a kid on the bus stop waiting for the bus, and clear as day, a YellowTape hoodie. And I'm like,
yeah,
that's me. But no, the support it's a lot. It's so much. I'm so grateful. Back to school was a highlight. That was just earlier this month. I seen like I'm reaching out to different type of people. I'm reaching out to the younger crowd. Even when I worked at Caterpillar, I had my peers, my people I work with every day. They were supporting me. They were shopping. Like it's not targeted to one type of fashion lover. It's targeted to everyone. Everybody loves YellowTape. YellowTape is not a little trend. It's not a little business either. It's a big business.
And
it's a staple, and it's here to stay. You know, and I never got to explain either what YellowTape stands for. YellowTape is the brand.
What it mean?
The statement behind it
talk that talk.
The statement behind it is be cautious of things that surround you, and that kind of goes back to the start of our interview. Like you never know what might come. The good, the bad, the ugly. You know, the success, the wins, the losses. So I'm grateful.
And well, you got to have gratitude, because I think that's how you really get your blessings. If you just be grateful for what you have, appreciate the moment. You know, how do you advertise? It's like word of mouth, or did people just wear you just your billboard, walking billboards? I should say.
I'm a walking billboard, guys. I'm a walking
Don't
billboard.
even gotta really advertise.
I'm a walking billboard.
That's pretty dope.
Say though, like I said, I do everything myself. I could very much so work on my advertising skills, but I promote on Facebook, I promote on Instagram, I promote on Snapchat. We have a smaller community, but I have a big supports team. So word of mouth, everybody. Where you get that from? This girl at the mall, her name's Kersey.
What? And like, what? I ain't never know it was no store at the mall that sold. Well, and then you gotta. And then they go out there.
And they see, and they get a taste of my great customer service skills. So I feel like I do well selling myself and my brand, because we're one, but you know, I sell myself pretty well. You
gotta sell yourself. I mean, and you do it well. You helping out in the community. You're doing good things. I see YellowTape everywhere. The kids love you, and even in some grandparents love you too. I've seen some older people wearing YellowTape. So it's like one of those things you just never know who will be wearing it.
Right.
You know.
And one of my goals for this is my first business. One of my goals for myself is like mentorship of you know, how to start a business. You know. This was my business. Some people might look at it like, oh, she's just putting words across the t-shirt. No, it has a meaning behind it. But also I want to, you know, show kids that I just winged it. I didn't really have any help. But I want to help others so they won't be as blind. I'm 4 years in. I just learned something last night, you know. I just learned about QuickBooks, you know.
You got to keep learning all the time.
Learning, you know. So that's a goal for me. I want to be able to give back to my community, more so the children, anybody that really want to learn. That wants to learn. I don't want to say strictly children, but anybody that's willing to learn, I want to be. Now that you got the knowledge and everything, and you didn't have the help back in the day, you want to give back. Right, exactly. That's kind of dope. I want to give back. That's my goal, to give back. Well, that sounds pretty good. So if anybody ever wanted to reach out to you to learn how to start a business or shop YellowTape, how can they do that? Well, you can reach me. My phone number, my business phone number is 217-362-4005. You can always call me at appropriate hours, which is about 9 to 3. 9 to 3, you can call me. But no, my store hours is open more so Fridays and Saturdays from 12 to 7. You can always email me. You can, I gave you my phone number. You can come talk to me in person. Coming to see me in person, you get the whole experience. You get me, you get the brand, you get the backstory, you get everything. So always feel free. Even if you see me in a grocery store, you got a question about how to start a business. Like I said, I'm here to give back. I'm here to give out knowledge. I'm not here to try to get over on someone or charge someone an arm and a leg. I want to see everyone win. I want to win, you know. So I love it. You heard it right here. KersccAve. You got to come back. You have to come back, and because we didn't even get into this lady
actually is an actress as well.
I'm
So
an
we didn't get into
I'm
all
a little
that.
bit everywhere, y'all.
Yeah, so we're gonna hold that for another time. But like I said, thank you for coming in today. Thank you for sharing your story and your experiences with everybody. All right.
Thank you. You guys come see me soon, okay?
I'm sure we all will. Stay tuned for the next one.